In this question we are presented with two right-angled triangles that are joined. We have various measurements, including two written as roots, and we are asked to initially find the value of cos p. Now it doesn't state anything about significant figures, and you can be pretty sure that the solution will be written as a fraction, and it may well involve the root of a number as well. So the question involves cosine, so let's just write down the phrase that you should know for all trigonometry questions, which is SOHCAHTOA. The one we're going to focus on here is cos, so that is the adjacent divided by the hypotenuse. Looking at our triangle here that involves the angle P from the question, we have a hypotenuse, we have an opposite, and we have an adjacent. Now cos says we need to have the adjacent over the hypotenuse, so we need to work out the value of the adjacent. So we can use Pythagoras for that. So we know that AB squared is equal to BC squared plus AC squared. AB squared is equal to the root of 5 squared. BC squared is equal to 1 squared, and AC squared is what we're trying to find out. That gives us 5 equals 1 plus AC squared. So AC squared clearly equals 4. So AC is the root of 4. AC equals 2. So we know that this length here is 2. Cosine is adjacent over the hypotenuse, so we can then just write that cos of P is the adjacent, which is 2, divided by the hypotenuse, which is a root of 5, and we will leave it in that form. Now in the second part of the question, they are asking us to find the value of cos Q. So Q is this one, and we're using the bottom triangle this time, so this is the triangle that we're going to use. Again, we want cos, which is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. This time my hypotenuse is this one, which is root 10. I have the opposite, which is 1, and my adjacent is AD. That is my adjacent, my new adjacent here. Now I know from the previous part of the question that AC is equal to the length of 2, so AD must be equal to 3. So this whole distance along here, let's make it a little bit thicker, that whole distance there is equal to 3. AD must equal 3. So the cos of Q is the adjacent, which is 3, over the hypotenuse, in this case it's root 10, and again we would leave it in that form.